Hello and welcome to Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is all about sales being an arm of the marketing department. Actually, I would actually say that sales is the executor of the marketing department's strategy. And I would also say that sales is the one that actually brings the information in order for marketing to develop their strategy. Marketing and sales in most companies have to work hand in hand, because if you think about it, and I've said this in most of my marketing classes before, marketing starts with who are you going to do what to? Who is your target market? And what does your target market need? And what does your target market do? Well, sales are the people that bring that information into marketing. Sales are responsible for the execution of the 4 P's of marketing. And we're going to talk about that a little bit when we talk about our Chapter 2. So with that being said, let's get started with Chapter 2 with sales and marketing working together. So as we talked about in the introduction, sales is really part of the entire marketing concept. Sales is a direct arm of the marketing department. Without the marketing department, without the sales department, marketing could never do what it needs to do. One of the reasons about selling being part of the marketing concept is that marketing is all about understanding the needs and the wants of their target market. Those of you that have had me in marketing, in all of my marketing classes, I always say marketing begins with who are you going to do what to? Who is your target market? Understanding your target market is critical for any marketing manager, for anything that we do, from a pricing strategy to a product strategy to an advertising strategy to a promotional strategy or a distribution strategy. And really, truly, sales is the one that brings those needs and wants and all of the information about the target market back to marketing. It's unfortunate in many companies, and many that I've worked at, marketing and sales have been silos. And oftentimes marketing and sales doesn't get along. But one of the things that marketing people need to understand is that salespeople are the ones that are going to bring them information. They are the eyes and the ears and the information gathering of the target market. And everything in marketing starts with your target market. So some history here. Back in 1950s, sales was really more of knocking on doors, asking people if they wanted to buy something. Really was more of an arm length away from the marketing departments. And then as we started the consultative selling era back in the 60s, late 60s, 70s, all the way up to the early 80s, the needs and identification of those needs were communicated from sales into the marketing department. And the marketing department started relying on the sales department to give them information about their target market. And then when we started strategic selling, then marketing really relied on sales to start developing relationships with those customers and start developing strategies for each one of the customers, where now sales is taking over and they're developing the strategies for the customers, and then they're going back to marketing for marketing help to help sell through those strategies and really help them with those strategies. And now, really starting with the onset of the internet in the mid-90s all the way through today, it's all about CRM, or customer relationship management. We're doing it through web-based tools like Salesforce.com. We're doing it through other tools. We're doing it through mobile tools and those types of things in order to really create a relationship with our customer. And now we as salespeople are working on customer relationship management. So if you think about the marketing mix, and this is really what I like about sales, and for those of you that know me, I've been in sales and marketing all of my life. And I always talk about marketing from the 4 P's: product, place, price, and promotion. Product being what product or service you're going to offer. Place being how you're going to get it to your customer. What is the method of distribution? Price. What is going to be your pricing strategy? What are you going to offer your customer? Are you going to offer add-ons? What is the price you're going to offer the customer? And then finally, promotion, which is near and dear to my heart because I teach a promotions management class. Promotions, how are you going to reach your customer and let them know what you have? If you think about it, sales handles all four of the P's. Sales people decide what product the customer needs in order to solve their problems. We've talked about that ad nauseum during this semester. So salespeople really determine what product their customers needs. Salespeople negotiate price and terms with the customer. Given some variables in there and given a range, it's the salespeople's job to negotiate the price, negotiate the terms and commission. Oftentimes, salespeople are paid more if they can get a higher price for their product or service. Salespeople, for most part, especially if you're looking at B2B or industrial sales, salespeople are the promotional arm of the marketing department. Marketing will come out with different specials or different products or different collaterals or different selling tools, and then it's up to salespeople to go and communicate with their customers. So in many cases, the promotion of most businesses is through the sales force. For instance, Bausch & Lomb, we did most of our promotional material through our sales force, or what we call feet on the street. And then finally, salespeople are responsible for how it gets delivered and when it gets delivered and what are the terms of delivery. So if you think about a salesperson, they're responsible really for all product, place, price, and promotion. And that's why sales are so important for a marketing person. So really the marketing concept is really the extension of the sales concept, and the sales concept is really the extension of the marketing concept. If you think about consultative selling and what I just went over in the last slide, we salespeople are really the extension of the marketing arm. We emphasize need identification. We communicate that to the marketing department. They come up with new products. We understand our market. We understand our competition. We communicate what price points are out there. Then marketing comes up with a pricing strategy. We also talk about our customers, and marketing comes up with a promotional strategy, gives it to us salespeople, and then we execute that promotional strategy through our customers. So we play the role of consultant, and it's really funny because we play the role of consultant, not only the role of consultant to the customer, but we also play the role of consultant to our own marketing department. And we are the ones that have the power to negotiate based on the contingencies and based on the parameters that are given to us by marketing. We can negotiate with our customers in order to drive that revenue into the organization. So the customer is seen really to be the person to be served. We identify the needs. We emphasize need identification and then problem solving through consultative selling. And we emphasize service, and we service after the sale. So really, not only are we the marketing arm while we're making that sale, we're the marketing arm after the sale because we service the customer after those sales are done. So marketing, generally speaking, oftentimes, and it's really unfortunate, but marketing oftentimes does strategic planning without the role of sales. Whenever I was a marketing manager or the director of marketing, and I was doing my strategic plan for the next 5 years, and those of you that took my marketing strategy class, you understand about strategic planning because we went over it ad nauseum. But I always brought sales in because sales were my eyes and ears of the customer. So I would develop strategies, tactics, techniques, and practices or methods in order to make those salespeople successful because I relied upon them to execute my strategic plan or my marketing plan. So the strategies that I had were really prerequisites to the tactical successes of the salespeople. The salespeople would develop their strategy. I then would help fulfill those strategies or support those strategies with my marketing efforts, and then those led to our tactical successes. So really, adaptive selling is all about taking what marketing, the parameters that marketing gives you, understanding then the needs of the customers, what problems the customers are having, and then taking those parameters that marketing has set up and then solving those needs or those problems with the customer by delivering a solution based on what those customers' needs. So really, a salesperson develops a relationship strategy with the customer. They are responsible for the product strategy with the customer. They are responsible for their customer strategy, and not individual customer strategy, but what customers they're going to call on and when. And then obviously, they're responsible for the presentation strategy. When we come back with part 2, we are going to get into each one of these strategies: relationship, product, customer, and presentation. And I will see you in part 2.